My name's Mark, and I live in Wilmette, just outside of Chicago. I got a Tiwal 3, and I've had it for a full season. So I got it early in the summer last year, in 2021. I'm on the Great Lakes here in the US, so I generally put it in the water at my local beach, not actually Wilmette, but in Evanston, which is it's only about 5 miles from where I live. And then I sail up and down the coast on the Great Lakes. So depending on the conditions, I might go for a half-day sail, or I've dragged it out for almost a full day as well. But mostly within sight of the shore. But yeah, fresh water, Great Lakes, on a nice afternoon, looking at the Chicago skyline from the water is quite rewarding. Both, actually. I enjoy using it myself. It's very easy to set up and control, and in the right sort of conditions, it's as docile as anything that you might wish to sail on. With the children in particular, I generally take one child at a time. And of course, the good thing is that they can be in complete control at that point, and I'm just there monitoring in case things get a little hairy or they get to the edge of their expertise. It's actually, because it's inflatable as well, it's really comfortable for the children. I find that their endurance on the Tiwal has been a lot greater than it has been on other types of boats as well. My only disappointment is that I haven't been able to use it more frequently. Actually, it gets a little bit too cold too quickly, a bit too extreme for winter sailing. So I haven't had any complaints at all. It's filled the role that I had for it very, very well. I haven't, just because of 2021 and 2022 so far, I've not been able to take it further afield, which is one of my aspirations. I thoroughly enjoyed it so far. It's definitely enabled my sailing over the previous kinds of sailing that I was doing. Well, I have to say, its ability to point, I was expecting to be a little bit compromised, just because it is light and inflatable. I was expecting it to be a little bit more flexible than it actually is. So I was pleasantly surprised with its ability to point. I'll confess I haven't been conditions that have been too demanding, but in light airs, it's had a lot more range than I thought it would do in terms of sailing close holds. So that I found was surprising. It's actually probably the least challenging sailing, but the most pleasant conditions. I found myself reasonably becalmed with my 13-year-old daughter, just a little bit away from where we put in the boat, but finding myself being pretty much the only vessel on the Great Lakes with a bright blue sky and the Chicago city skyline, so not too far away, and then the tranquility of that. I found that actually probably the most noteworthy from the last season. Clearly, everybody else knew that it was getting a bit calm, and I didn't. But it was a very pleasant experience, regardless. There are a lot of lakes in North America where I'd like to head for. So I think probably one of the things I aspire to is to take it somewhere properly remote, and be the only boat out on a flowage or a freshwater lake somewhere in a little bit further north, probably close to the Canadian border in Wisconsin, somewhere like that, where you properly gain access with just turning up in your car with the boat in the trunk. I think that's probably what I look forward to.